Hi, welcome everybody. It's Mike Newton here at Lytham Golf Academy, and we're just carrying on our videos with the brand new Benross range for 2017. We've got Tom Denby with us, who is good. Yeah, he's Benross's Northwest area sales manager. That's the one. So Tom's going to give us a little bit of insight of maybe the background of Benross and where they're going as a company, a little bit more info in terms of the iron. But what we're looking at here today is, or in this video, is the HTX Compressor. Okay, so HTX was out last year. Really good iron, maybe aiming sort of mid to high handicapper.
100%. That's our brand ethos, if you like.
Yeah. So obviously a larger profile head, big cavity, a little bit more offset there. So really user friendly for maybe the sort of higher handicapper out there who may just sort of spread the strike a little bit more. So a little bit of info on this, Tom.
So it's a very similar iron to last year. Apart from the fact we've widened the sole very slightly and had the head heat treated, so the gap between this and our performance led product, the Type R, has got narrower.
Right.
So this starts to go a little bit further. It's a little bit more forgiving. It looks very similar on the floor.
Yeah.
We're just taking on that extra step a little.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we've done the video already for the Type R compressor iron, so you can check that one out. A little bit more tech in that. A little bit faster on the ball speed on that previous ones, but maybe like what Tom's saying here, this is maybe just trying to get a little bit closer to that. So for the higher handicappers who probably want the forgiveness, want that ball speed, maybe this is the one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to hit some shots with this, just give you a little close-up of the playing position of the head. We've got this in a KBS Tour 90 stiff flex, so we'll hit some shots with this and we'll show you some numbers. Okay, so just giving you a little close-up of the playing position here. So we've got the HTX on the right-hand side, and what I've done, I've just put the Type R head on the left here. So, as I said, I've done the video review of this already, but just to maybe give you an idea of the differences of the look in the playing position here. So, you'll see maybe with the HTX, just a little bit more offset there in the head against the Type R. The top line, actually, to be fair, and I was expecting this to be a little bit thicker, is pretty similar to the Type R, so it's that fairly sort of mid-top line position, but again, nice sort of rounded shape. So we can see here in the back of the club there, that quite a deep cavity pocket at the back, so a lot of weight pulled away from the club face there. As Tom was just saying there, that fairly thickish sole that generally you find with all these sort of game improvement irons now. So really pulling a bit of weight away from the club face to really help on, getting the ball launched. A little bit more forgiveness across the face on the strikes. Okay, so we're going to hit a few shots with the HTX. What's the loft on this one, Tom?
30.5.
30.5 degrees, 7 irons. So, it's fairly strong. The Type R was 30 degrees, so it's actually half a degree weak, which is quite surprising, really, because sometimes you find with the game improvement ones are stronger, aren't they? Than maybe the more sort of players iron. Yeah. So it's actually slightly. What's the reason for that? Any reason or?
No, I just think it's more that it works better with the head design.
Right. Okay.
To the Type R.
Yeah. Probably the type of golfer, maybe the higher handicapper might just struggle to get the ball flighted a little bit more, maybe. But obviously a little bit of offset there, which you can clearly sort of see. Okay, let's hit a few shots. Yeah, it's a nice strike. A little bit pushy. Strike was good, flight was nice.
And this definitely won't sound as clicky as the Type
No,
R.
I was going to say that's
probably standard, if you like.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's more of a normal sound, isn't it, really? It's not sort of, like I say, clicky. Yeah, it's a little bit heely, that one. But still flagged it quite nicely. Yeah, what did that carry? 178 carry, that one. That's pretty good. That was a bit of a heely strike, that.
Be interesting to see the difference in distance between that and Type R, actually.
Yeah, we'll hit a couple of that in a minute.
Our main focus with this side has been to try and narrow that gap a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that just feels really easy to hit. Yeah, it's good. I do like the sound of that. Okay, we'll hit one more. Yeah, a little bit drawy that one, but again feels really nice. That was a on board. Yeah, it's 183 carry. Okay, so what we'll do then, we'll get the Type R in our hands here. We'll have a couple of shots there, and we'll maybe just see the difference between the HTX and the Type R version. Right, so we've got the compressor Type R in our hands here now. So we've already done a review video on this, and the performance on this was quite impressive. So this is 30 degrees of loft. Okay, obviously it's got a bit of a slot at the bottom here, so cut face technology, a bit of ball speed, so which the HTX doesn't have. So it'd be interesting to see maybe how far further this goes, or vice versa. Could be the case. Right, let's do a few of this. Okay, good strike, a little bit pushy, a little bit weak one. Felt good though. Definitely see a little bit less offset on this compared to the HTX. Oh, that was a bad one. I might order a set of HTX, Tom. I need some game improvement irons.
No comment. For all that golf that you play.
Yeah, I've hit a lot of shots today.
Yeah. It's like us all, most pros in the industry are all the same, aren't we?
Yeah.
We just end up not playing a lot of golf.
Playing a lot of golf.
Yeah, focusing around on other stuff.
A little bit heavy. Right, okay, we'll have a look at those. They were, to be fair, they weren't the best of strikes. But we'll have a little comparison here. Right, so we'll have a quick look at some numbers here. So obviously the video's mainly to review the HTX here, but just quite a nice little comparison here between the Type R compressor, maybe just to give you guys a feel of maybe what each club is doing differently possibly. So ball speed's pretty much the same here, launch angle's identical, obviously the lofts are pretty similar here. We can see spins a little bit more up with the Type R at 6,400. Now, to be honest, I didn't strike many of those great, so that ball speed's probably down a little bit, to be fair. They were a little bit pushy, so that's probably why the backspin's gone up a little bit, so it's possibly not the clearest of comparisons here. But 169 Type R, 17 HTX, so I'd maybe imagine on the better strikes the Type R would edge that. I think just casting my memory now from the video of the Type R, I think the average was around the sort of 181-2 mark. But they, as I say, these weren't the best of strikes, but maybe just give you a little bit of an idea. But these were quite decent numbers here with the HTX. Okay, so again, fairly low lofted club, but spin in the right sort of area, maybe a little bit low, but I am generally a little bit low on my spin with an iron, carrying it 174. So like I say, the average with the Type R in the other video, which were better strikes, to be fair, around 181. So only about sort of 6, 7 to 8 yards shorter, which is probably where it's trying to be honest. Right, okay, so yes, again, some pretty impressive numbers there with the HTX compressor. Okay, so a little bit more maybe basic looking in terms of possibly technology, but obviously it's doing a job for that sort of mid to high handicap golfer. You know, ultimate forgiveness on off-centre hits, you know, larger profile in terms of the look of it, a little bit more offset, which is obviously going to help on, you know, getting the ball up and away, maybe trying to square that club face up a little bit more, which is generally what that sort of high handicapper wants to sort of try and achieve. So again, these come in some good components in terms of shafts, so full custom fit available with these. Again, if you contact your nearest Benross stockist or fitter, which we are here at the Living Golf Academy, you know, we can get you, obviously everything's custom built, grips, shafts, heads, lies, everything to suit obviously your sort of game. But yeah, good eye on that.
Yeah, it's good, and I think the key thing from this video really is that an understanding that the gap between Type R and standard HTX has got narrower. This does go further than last year's iron. Yeah, we're sort of seeing that. To be honest, my strikes there let that little comparison down, but if you watch my review of the Type R head, you know, it was carrying around that 181, 182 sort of distance there. This is half a degree weaker, so you know, obviously that's going to drop off a little bit, but as maybe Tom's saying there, a bit more ball speed from
sort of last year there. But
I think the key is that you probably there won't be many irons in the market that retail at 50 quid an iron.
Yeah,
that will hit that far.
Absolutely, yeah. So these are only £50 per stick at retail, and that's fully fitted. So you know, it's a great price point. So if your budget's a little bit tight, then you know, definitely head out and try the Benross iron. Really good iron to get out there and try. Okay, thanks Tom for taking time to come and be on the video, and please do subscribe, and hopefully we'll catch up with you all very soon.